What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni, and the Atlas Titan has just been released to the live server, and it's breaking it already with its ridiculously looking and sounding chef broil, resetting the cooldowns every 15% damage taken, 15% faster, and getting to shield break every enemy in the range of the slamming ability. Then we have a Deft Survivor on primary secondary ability, 15% more durability for 15% weapon damage, 30% less under 30% 100 resistance points, and we have upon activation of primary and secondary ability more healing 7%, we have increased defense points on primary and secondary ability, and so on. So that's basically what we got, and the brawler perks here, together with the new void weapon that you can see 48,000 damage is what it does. Let's go and have some fun with that. We're using again the Teth to get to the Titan real quick, and nice, thanks for that wasted ability charge. Okay, now I'm at the Bagliore and we can drop him quickly. As soon as that that battleship is ready, we're using it, and then that is the rest of that Bagliore pretty quickly. Boop, there we go. Unfortunately, now I have to go too far to get to the Nightingale to be able to benefit from my damage boosts, and he's also moving away, somehow intuitively phase shifting, even though he wasn't even looking my way. But yeah, so let's earn the Titan real quick. That's just a matter of a couple of seconds, and then I'm showing you what the Atlas Titan can do on the live server and how he plays, okay? The impact. We're gonna be seeing two matches here. The first one is a complete steamroll of the enemy team, and the second one, the enemy team also has one, and we're playing in a bit more fair environment, and a longer match that ends much closer, okay? So that's what you're going to be expecting from this video, and if you like the content, ladies and gents, consider staying tuned, subscribe to the channel, and be there for the next video as well. We're spawning the Atlas right now, 1.5 minutes in, with the new weapons on top, and I already see my first victim. It is a Teth, although I'm aiming maybe first at the Demeter, but he's now bringing that shield up, so we're not killing that Demeter. I'm too far away to get the shield break on him. Alright, but we have the secondary ability ready, which is this jump. Every time we do that jump, we get a frontal absorber shield added to it. Of course, I'm also healing 7% every time because of the ability, and with the slam of the primary ability, I can lift enemies up around me, slam into the ground, and once I do that, they get extra shield break, or I shield break them. Now we have a bunch of Sumjugs here, and I'm gonna have to deal with them eventually, now or later. So I'm deciding that since there's nothing else really going on, I may as well just wait for it and pop him when he comes out. There's another one, he's gonna do that again. Yeah, I knew that, but I caught him in the in this, you know, lift up before he got into the phase shift. Apparently he remains lifted even during his phase shift if you caught him before, and then we can pop him also. Okay, so 2.5 minutes in, or a little bit more, I just activated the Frederick battleship for extra damage, but it seems like there's a million enemy shields right between my target and me, so I wasn't actually able to put any damage through that enemy, through those many shields overlapping from various opponents. But now we're in the enemy base, and from here we can wreak havoc and the enemy. Also, we have another of the same Atlas Titans with us here, and together we're engaging the the Mauler Titan. Now I'm beginning to lift him up after he did it. So what you can do is, when you have two Atlas Titans, you can keep people in like some sort of lifting loop where they just stay there, you know? Not forever. 2 Atlases are not enough for that. Maybe you need 3 of them to be able to do that. But when you take damage, remember, it resets your cooldowns, okay? So 15% damage taken, boom, cooldowns resetted. And that's why you can constantly use both of these abilities all the time. And also, if you have the ability chosen like I do, where you get 7% healing from all of those abilities chosen on use, then yeah, you're gonna have a massive HP pool, and every time you're at max HP, okay, the maximum that you can be healed. This guy was extraordinarily lucky that one shot before his 50% regen mark of the second ability, he was allowed to exist. So I now had to survive or a stall time through 2 of his annoying abilities, and then we could finish him off. And now we're on the Titans. I do like to focus out sword robots, because they are usually very dangerous with their arm weapons, especially against Titans, and they're also extremely annoying when it comes to, come on, 2 or 3 more shots. Oh, now he's reflecting. Okay. When they do the sword move and so on, so they can be very dangerous. I always make it a habit to focus them out. So, you also sometimes hear some blah blah in the background. Some stupid sounding idiot, I would say, saying stupid things like, oh, that's too spicy for you. You know, that's the chef that we have sitting in that Titan. And he's talking he's basically crap talking the enemy when he gets killed and so on. But, the thing is, Pixonic hasn't committed to it because they made the voice so quiet in the background you can barely hear it at all. So either you commit to that feature and you make this thing actually appear, or just leave it away. But have this tiny, teeny, tiny mouse voice in the background, like say a few things that you can barely understand. That's just useless, okay? So Pixonic, make it louder or scratch the idea of letting those pilots, chatterbox in your ears every time you're using them. I don't mind having this conversation or whatever, but then I want to hear what they say, just as an idea here. Anyways, first pilot, I believe, that has some talking lines when you have him equipped, right? I don't remember this being the case for any other pilot before. But yeah, so also, by the way, the new Strix robot has entered the game. You already see it to the left here. Zotor, whatever. That guy here to the left, he's got that. He's got those weapons. But I'm currently busy doing other things, and now he's shooting me together with that Dux, taking a lot of damage here. But I only want the Titan, so I'm fine with dying. I remember that the Strix is there, and I'm going to just delete him right after, okay? So, we're coming in now. I'm activating the Battleship Frederick support, 300% damage boost, and so the Strix robot down there doesn't make it. I don't know how in the world I just only got an assist. I come in, and I whoop like 500,000 damage per second, and I somehow got an assist for that. Whatever. Makes no sense. But anyways, 1.4 million damage at max HP, by the way, right? When you spawn him. Reminds me a bit of the Mauler Titan. Yeah, the sword units, when they come at you, you have two choices. You can jump away to avoid that shot, or thanks for the phase shift. Or instead of jumping away, you can activate that hovering lift up mass Newton ability, which also basically gets them away from you. Okay, and it will allow you to shield break them, so you can get away from them and shield break hit them when you slam into the ground. And they can't even move, so it's a good idea. So now we're dropping the Nuo first. It's a damage dealing robot that acts the blinding effect every couple of seconds. Very annoying. Has to go. Whenever there's a choice going for the Nuo first, I usually fire at it once before when I know I won't be killing it now, so I can activate his targeting malfunction thing, and then I go for him and kill him. This is just what I did right here. So now we have the first enemy coming in, also with the Atlas Titan, hovering exactly in that level of altitude where I cannot aim at him. Really annoying. But I was shield breaking him there for a sec. You saw he was trying to turn around his shield, but with the slam, I shield broke him. And before I was recording, just testing, I was playing against an enemy Atlas Titan. His Titan was maxed, and I didn't have the max pilot. So I didn't have the third legendary pilot ability to shield break the enemy when they get lifted. I was like, how am I always being shield broken? That's why, right? So if you don't have a maxed pilot on the Atlas, then you'll be losing against any other Atlas or something like this, because you're not going to be able to shield break him, but he might be able to shield break you with his max pilot. But you see, we're doing barely any damage to him. It's like tickling the guy a little bit with these brand new weapons. So, I don't know, those weapons feel okay, but especially when you fight normal robots, they feel okay. Against Titans, they seem a little mediocre. They don't seem to be doing as much damage as I would expect. But then again, it's great when new weapons don't come into the game and break it completely, okay? However, I do believe the Atlas Titan breaks it. We're not firing at either the Absorber Shield or the Reflecting Lucha. I'm waiting for the Lucha to stop reflecting, and then we're going for him and making the shots count. He just got a 40% HP insta-boost. Okay. Sure, Luchador. That motivates me to keep firing at you. Had him to 30%, pop, goes back to 50 or 60. in one hit. Okay, sure. So, and then firing at this guy, also basically no damage, right? Now I'm being hunted by a Mauler, which is okay. We can take it. But you see, this match is definitely a closer one. The enemy is now dominating the game a little with their Titans. I'm also trying to do my best, but it takes a long time to recharge, to get that Frederick battleship out. When you have, when you have these weapons. I don't know, these weapons don't seem to be charging the Frederick very quickly. Unless maybe you get kills. If you make kills quickly, then of course you charge that Frederick. Or those battleships. Okay, so, now, we're doing as much as we can here. Also, lifting him up prevents him from using his dash and his convert to dash resistance, right? And then we're just blocking the damage with the absorber as much as we can. Got the kill with the firmament burden. Okay. Now we have the Atlas running, and I got a lot of damage, but then we executed the enemy Titan. So my Atlas battleship that I charged the better part of 5 minutes for, completely wasted, because the guy got executed in the moment when I was using it. Now here I could have used that battleship, because we're fighting a Teth robot, and there is really not any way to kill it unless you have the battleship ready. Although you saw that the sword unit did a ton of damage to him. Meanwhile, my heavy Titan weapons that are fully maxed, they barely tickle the guy. Crazy, huh? And it's not even... But the thing is, I don't know, is it just me? I don't seem to see the damage indicator anymore. That tells you how much damage you're doing. How much you're hitting in physical shields and so on. After the update, it seems to be gone. Or is it maybe gone just for a very certain robots or weapons? I don't know. I can't seem to get the info on how much damage I'm doing anymore. Okay. I don't know why he scrapped his Teth. In my opinion, the Teth was still doing a good job. And I can kill that Bagliore much easier than I could have killed that Teth. I don't know. In any case, this is the last opponent. We're dropping him. And that's it for this match and video. Let me know what you think, guys. I believe the Atlas is breaking the game. The weapons, however, seem to be more okay, in my opinion. I think the fact that he can reset his cooldowns every 15% damage taken just seems ridiculous to me. But yeah, I'll see your opinion on that. Catch you in the next video. Manny signing off, and have a good day, boys.